Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. In this week's episode, I'm going to share with you 6 things you need to get booked out within the next 90 days. And guess what? It doesn't include a fancy website, doing ads, starting a podcast, what else? Posting every single day, multiple times a day, or anything that's going to make you work like 10 hours a day. All right. That's not what I'm trying to do here. The last thing I want is you sacrificing all of your time with your friends and your family and getting burnt out, all because you think you need all of these things. All right. I really want to make your life easier. I want you working smarter. All right. So before we get started, I don't know if you noticed, but this is officially my 100th episode. So crazy, so crazy. Time has really flown by, and I'm just so happy that you are here and you listen every single week. So thank you so much. It means so much to me. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all of you listening. So thank you. And because I appreciate you so much, and I want to show how grateful I am, I'm offering you all one free 30-minute laser call with me. All right. This call is designed for you to ask me whatever you want. All right. So you have 30 minutes with me, and all you have to do is DM me on Instagram. All right. DM me laser, and we can get your call set up within the next few weeks. But the only kicker is you have to send me a DM by Friday, September 27th of this year. All right. So 2024. And once again, it's a 30-minute laser call, and you just have to DM me by Friday, September 27th. So my Instagram handle, if you don't already know it for some odd reason, it's at Allison Henderson _coach. Once again, that's at Allison Henderson _coach. So yay to 100 episodes. I'm so excited for the year ahead. I actually made some big business moves this week. They were kind of scary, but that feeling inside when you make a big move, a big investment or whatever that is, and you have that, like those little butterflies in your stomach that just make you feel so in love. Like I had that and I was like, this is my next move. So I'm just so excited. Big things are coming for my business. And because of that, I get to share a lot of that with you, right? All of my experience and my expertise. It's just such a ripple effect. When I invest, it also benefits you. So yay, super excited. All right, so let's get into this week's episode. Once again, it's called 6 Things You Need to Get Booked Out Within the Next 90 Days. So the first thing is having some sort of sales page. I actually recommend a really simple PDF. You can do this sales page on your website, of course, absolutely. But if that is really scary to you and you just don't have a lot of time or money to invest in a website, I completely understand. You can simply have a PDF on Google or even a Canva doc. All right. Like Canva, it's just so easy to create anything on Canva, or even, like I said, a Google Doc. But all this document is, so this sales page is for you to go into detail about how your program is going to change your ideal client's life. So website sales pages are great if you already have one, all right? But if technology really sucks, like if you're like, I just cannot do this, it stresses me out to create, or ask my tech guy or gal to help with this, I just don't have money to really invest in somebody updating my website. I get that. So keep your life simple and just use a Google Doc or Canva. And once you start making money, you can invest in the fancy website and stuff. So right now, if you're like really, really new to business and you're like, I'm just now figuring out if I even what do I want to put on my website, I totally understand. It doesn't have to be something that you invest in right now. All right. When I first started my business, I did have a website. I will not lie to you. That was one of the first things I thought I needed. I luckily did mine myself, so I didn't have to make big investments in that. And my husband's really tech savvy, so he was able to whip up my all my sales pages and all that sort of stuff. And by the way, I'm still changing all that. Like I still change. I'm so happy that I've actually learned that skill of like updating my website and stuff, because I couldn't imagine if I did have to invest in a web developer or anything like that. So that's why I want you to know that you can just use a simple PDF. So when I first started, I had my website, but to be quite honest, I used a really simple PDF. And that's what I sent to get my first 10 clients, or probably even more than that. I'm going to be honest. I don't really remember. or it was many, many moons ago at this point, but I used a really simple PDF for the longest time. All right. So once you start making money, you can invest. All right. But right now, all you need is a simple PDF. So on the sales page, make sure that you include the really big promise that you provide for your clients. What results are they expected to achieve when they join your program? So like for me, I always say like things like, it's your guide to 5K plus months, right? Or something like that. Like what is that big promise that your program is going to help your ideal clients achieve? All right. And all the things too, like you want to put on there, like what are the things that you're going to work on together once they join? How are they feeling right now? You also want to talk about their pain points. Like what are their big challenges? And also their desires. What do they actually want? It's so important that when they're reading through the sales page that they understand that you completely understand their life, right? You want them to be emotionally affected when they're reading through that. Like, oh my gosh, this girl just totally gets me right now. And you also want to include, and this is the part where I think most people, this is all they include. I mean, you can't just include this, which is like the number of calls and the tech support and that sort of stuff, right? Like, I know that that's what you think you're selling, but what you're really selling is that transformational experience, right? What are the things you're going to work on together? What are they actually dealing with right now in their life? And how is your program going to help them not do that anymore or not feel that way anymore? And at the end, of course, you're going to share your price and how to book a sales call with you and all that stuff. You can add testimonials and those sort of things as well if you have those. And on Canva and even in the Google Docs and all that sort of stuff, you can include a button, and that button could just be hyperlinked to your like Calendly page or Asana or whatever it is that you're using to book a call with you. I don't know if it's called Asana. That might be something completely different. There's an A name that I know a lot of people, Acuity. There we go. Acuity. Where people are using to book sales calls. So whatever you use, hyperlink that at the end of the sales page. And I know I just told you this, but like the biggest mistake that I see on sales pages is that most people just include like the number of calls that they're going to receive, and they have like a few bullet points there, but nothing is really speaking to your ideal client's soul. And that's the big thing. I want it really speaking to them. I want them leaving that page going, oh my God, she just described my life, and I have to join this program. All right. So once your sales page is ready to go, this is what you'll be using to get people to book calls with you. All right. And when you are having conversations in the DMs or in emails or anything like that, you can send them this sales page. All right. And if they're ready and this program fully speaks to them, at the end of that page, they can book that sales call with you. All right. So let's get into number 2. All right. Number 2, you got to grow your audience. If you just feel right now that you're constantly just marketing to the same people or really nobody at all, then that means you have an audience problem. So we need to continue to get fresh eyeballs on your content and on your profile every single week. So engage with your audience, follow more people that you would consider ideal clients, set up collaborations and have them help you share your content. You can get on podcasts, you can do presentations inside Facebook groups or presentations just for anybody's group, realistically, wherever they house their communities. There's so many ways for you to continue to grow your audience and get in front of new people every single week. So this is very important. Sometimes it's not necessarily even a sales messaging problem. It's just you don't have enough people seeing your stuff every single week in order to get booked out, right? So this leads me into number 3, showing up, right? Showing up and selling. And so I hate to tell you this, but you're going to have to sell a lot more than you think. Selling once a week, or maybe in just sharing your sales call link a couple of times in your stories, unfortunately just isn't going to cut it, right? I really feel this to my core that most people just aren't selling enough. And I'm not saying that you need to be on your phone like 24 hours a day and just constantly posting. Like that's really not what I'm getting at here. I just want you understanding that sales is about repetition, and they do need to see your sales messaging or that call link or DM me to book a call or DM me to have a conversation multiple times, right? I think a lot of sales gurus say between 5 to 10 times before they like actually make that decision in their brain that they go, okay, this program is for me. All right. So when it comes to selling, all right, think about some of these questions. What's really going on in your clients' lives that they need to hire you right now? All right. So think about your audience. What's going on in their life where they have to hire you right now? What excuses do they keep making to why they aren't getting these results yet? Right. So you provide them with a big result, right? Like this is what happens when you join my program. So what excuses are they making up in their cute little brains to why they don't have those results yet? And what are all the things that your program helps them accomplish and achieve? I think this is so important because I know for a fact, like I could just say like, I help you sign clients, right? But my program is so much more than that. But that's my core messaging. And I talk about that a lot. But you can also talk about all the secondary things that your program helps them achieve. And then also, what do they desire and why do they think they can achieve that? Right. So a lot of times coaches are there to help people understand that they have so much potential, right? There's so much potential for you to create the life that you desire. But guess what? You might need some help doing that. And you are the solution to that problem, right? Your program and you are the solution to that problem that they have right now. So selling is so important, being repetitive. I know it might seem like, oh God, I talk about this all the time, or I'm saying this over and over again. That is normal. All right. So selling is more than just the number of calls, the tech support, or they're getting access to this, this, and this. It's understanding your ideal client right now, that they have this big problem and that you have the solutions, you have those secrets, you have everything they need to get the results that they want. They need to understand that you get it. All right. You understand that their life, you understand their struggles. You also feel into their desires and their wants. And your program is their roadmap to achieve their big goals and to overcome those big challenges in their life. So if you feel that no one is buying, it may just be that you need to change up your sales messaging and the language that you use to convey what it is that you're actually selling. All right. So let's go into number 4, your confidence and your energy around your offer. This is a big thing because I think a lot of people have a lot of negative energy, or they have just thoughts around themselves, around their coaching, and just they have negative thoughts, and that's okay to have. But we need to clean it up. We can't stay in that funk or stay in those thoughts forever, especially when it's really affecting your business. Your business works or doesn't work because of you and because of how you show up. So if you don't show up confidently and your energy is always really low and kind of meh, well, we need to really think about this, okay? When you are so confident in your offer and you think that it is the best thing on the internet, we can feel that. We feel your confidence. We can hear it in your voice. We can see it in your face. Energy is really important to me, okay? And your confidence is going to come through with practice and repetition, right? If you have those thoughts though, right? If you're like, Allison, I'm constantly just thinking that I'm just not a good coach, get help, okay? If you're low in confidence, like really think about what's going on. What are the thoughts that I'm having? If you can really be honest, like really honest with yourself. What about your offer does feel wonky? What about your program doesn't excite you? What about your coaching are you just like really not confident about? All right. So do some digging. Your mindset and how you view your offer and yourself could be a lot of the reason why you're not booked out right now. All right. So I hate to tell you that, but a lot of times I'm like, oh, they feel so negative, or they have a lot of negative energy around themselves and around their offer. All right. So what can you do to be absolutely in love with what you're selling? If it's just, I'm not making money, so therefore my confidence and energy is really low. Trust me, God. Oh my God, trust me. I get at this on so many levels. When I have a bad month or like a crappy client, I have to do some real self-reflection and some inner work and some energy work to really remind myself that one bad month or one bad client, or even if you're having multiple bad months, okay, it doesn't mean that you're a bad coach or you're bad at business. And if you're in like a downward spiral, get some help, okay? I don't want you staying in that downward spiral for long, right? And we now have so many resources at our fingertips to get help. Reach out to somebody. This could be a friend, a mentor, a coach, a bestie, I don't care. Anybody who you know could really help you get out of that stuck or that funky feeling, okay? You weren't meant to do this alone. That's one thing I really want people to remember is like business, you can go a while doing it alone, but after a while, a lot of these thoughts, a lot of things happen and you need the support to help you move through those emotions so much faster, all right? But you are meant to do this, all right? Get your confidence back up and start selling again, I hope. Start selling again. All right, number 5. Conversations and connections. You guys have been listening to my podcast, hopefully for more than just this episode, but you guys know I talk about conversations and like your connections so much. I want you being able to create clients for yourself whenever you want. So the more conversations that you're having, the easier it's going to be for you to get booked out. You're in business to help people, right? We all are. This is like why we do a lot of what we do. Of course, we want to make money, but We are in the business of service, right? We're here to help. So therefore, you actually have to talk to real human beings, right? This is a people to people's business. Your clients right now are strangers on the internet. So it's essential that you learn how to build those relationships in a way that doesn't feel gross or icky or yucky to you, right? The more conversations that you have, the more clients you will have. It's as simple as that. All right, lastly, number 6, use your network. Grow your network. The more people that you know and the more people that know you, the better. So lean on people who already love you and see you as an expert. And you want them to be able to give you shout outs or just share your post. And I want you sharing with them that you are looking for new clients and to see if they know anybody right now that could use your services. Do not be afraid to ask your friends, family, past clients, coworkers, anybody, hey, I'm looking for some new clients that are experiencing X, Y, and Z. Do you know anybody who could use my help right now? All right. So see if some of them can give you shout outs in their groups or share posts on Instagram. Use your network to the best of your ability. And if guess what? You don't have a network, it's time to create your own network. All right. Get on some coffee chats, schedule a time during your business week to have the hours where you just block out times for connecting with people. You can set up peer mentorship groups or accountability groups. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Anything that you can get people in and to get them to know you on a deeper level so that they do see you as an expert. All right. So be active, be someone who takes action and does things others aren't willing to do. All right. And if you don't ask, you'll never know what's on the other side. Clients can literally come out of nowhere. More people simply just need to know that you exist. You can do all of this organically without ads or putting in like 10-hour workdays. You don't need to be doing that. Yes, it will require effort, duh. But I know you love this. You are ambitious. You are tenacious. You want this to work so badly. All right. So don't underestimate how fast your business can change and how fast you can get booked out if you just take messy action daily, lean on your network, and confidently sell to your audience. All right, so I'm going to quickly recap. All right, so get your sales page done or get a PDF ready to go. Number 2, keep growing your audience. Market to new people every single month. Number 3, sell. Don't be afraid of repeating yourself. Talk about your offer and how it's the best thing on the internet. Number 4, clean up your negative energy around your offer and around yourself. Number 5, have conversations. Conversations turn into contracts. All right, talk to more people. A new client is literally so close to you. You just need to have a conversation. You're one conversation away from your next client. Number 6, use your network. Create a network for yourself if you don't have one. The more people that know who you are, the better. Okay, that is all I have for you today. To book that laser call, you have until Friday, September 27th. So all you have to do is DM me laser. And my Instagram handle is AllisonHenderson_coach. Once again, AllisonHenderson_coach. All right. Thank you so much for listening to my 100th episode today. And I'll see you all next week. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at AllisonHenderson_coach. That's ALLISON Henderson_coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.